Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and I'm back again with another anime review. I just recently finished Gingitsune, Silver Fox, the series, and unfortunately it's a very short series, but as you can see, there's Kintaro and Makoto. And Makoto, she is a shrine maiden, and she is one of the few people who has what's known as the sight, which means she can actually see Gintaro. And Gintaro is a kitsune, of course, but her shrine is an Inari shrine, and Inari is the god of agriculture. And because of that, that's why Kintaro actually watches over the shrine. And Makoto, she has the sight because it's only after a relative passes away. It's actually kind of sad. It's only after a relative passes away that the recipient or the younger will also be granted with the sight, or the sight will awaken in them. And her background isn't actually so sad as her classmates. And he actually had both of his parents die. His grandfather died, and that's why he can see Haru. And Haru is actually a fox spirit as well, and you learn why they are given their new incarnations. And Haru is actually younger than Gintaro. Gintaro has been around for quite some time. He's been around humans, and he comes across as kind of gruff and lazy. And Haru she's very noisy, and she's very energetic, and she's much smaller and much younger. She just looks like a little kid. She's so cute. I mean, I can't help myself, but even Matoko, when she meets her for the first time, she keeps going off about how precious she looks, and of course Haru just throws a fit about this, and she says, "Have you no respect? Show deference and be a little bit more fearful of the gods." And of course there are other gods that we meet, or what they call heralds, and they're the ones that watch over the shrine and everything. Then you have temples, which are completely different from shrines because they have graveyards, and people come in honor of their dead at these temples. And there are a couple of spirits at the temple that are monkey spirits, and of course there's a turtle spirit, and there are 2 lion dog spirits who are, I mean, even older than Gintaro, and they're old geezers, and they sleep most of the time, even more than Gintaro does. It seems like all Gintaro does is sleep. But the series, even though it's very short, is actually very uplifting and beautiful, and animation is absolutely gorgeous. The soundtrack is just so soothing and calming, very serene, and very sacred in how it sounds. And the piano is probably one of the prettiest piano soundtracks I've ever heard since since Air the animation. And I've heard a lot of different animes that have a really nice piano background for background music, and symphonic. It's very symphonic, and it's just I don't know what it is. I guess I'm partial because I play piano, but it's just because the piano in and of itself is considered a stringed instrument, and it is a very reflective kind of instrument in and of itself, and how expressive that it is, how much expression it can offer to a particular mood, especially in this particular anime. And there are a lot of different themes that are explored in this particular anime, and I've always had a love for shrine themed animes like this one. I don't know what it is, but I've always wanted to go to one of these shrines just because I feel like it would be really fascinating to do so, and a lot of fun, and pay my respects, even though I don't necessarily believe in the same things. I just think it would be cool, because I like the mythology and the understanding of what they believe, and it's just to me it's interesting. And they have this cleansing ceremony that they go through at the end, and one thing that I thought was very interesting is, I'm not sure how I knew this, because I'm a Gaijin, and when they were talking about how the shrine, the staircase that actually will lead up to a shrine, you take the left pathway, because the middle row is actually used for the gods to walk up and down on. And I thought, how in the world did I know that? And I'd read nothing before. It was just something I intrinsically already knew in the core of my being. And I thought, that's impossible, because I'm not Japanese. So how did I even know that? And when the different characters were talking about that, I thought, that's giving me the creeps, because I already knew that. But I thought, no, coincidence. But there really is no such thing as coincidence. But it's just, yeah, I just thought it was very intriguing when they were talking about seeing and believing. And a lot of people, they pray even though they can't see these gods. And I can't see God, although I know that God's there and God is all around me, and there's evidence in everything I see. But of course I respect people who believe differently than I do, and I think that's perfectly fine. Everybody has their own perspective, and this offered another fresh perspective of religion in and of itself. And really, really just absolutely magnificent anime, and unlikely friendships, and how these characters actually all intertwined, and how we're all connected. That's the whole basis, the whole crux of the anime in and of itself, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. It is a real piece of eye candy and ear candy, and the characters are just wonderful, and you will grow to love all of them. And if you're like me and you're soft-hearted, then be prepared to cry, especially when it comes to our main prince character, and Haru, because his family background is so tragic. His story is, it just breaks my heart. I won't go into it, but he just makes you feel absolutely terrible for him, and you don't even question yourself for feeling that way about his predicament. But he finds friends, and he realizes that he has a true family that he can count on, and that's the whole point here. This family is expansive. It's not just a small group of people, but even your friends, they're your family too. And that's what I got out of this anime in and of itself. And I think having faith and hope just makes it that much richer. And it's basically all I have to say about Gingitsune. And although it is short, it is a sweet, very uplifting and enlightening anime that I think anybody who loves shrines and gets get blown up a little bit on Buddhist mythology, you're gonna love it. It's just excellent. Till next time, bye.